So Florida is planning to end all vaccine mandates, including for school children. This is news that we are learning today. I'm Dr. Durrani, I'm a board-certified physician, and this is something I just had to chime in on, kind of looking at these news reports and what the Florida Surgeon General said. They will immediately move to end all non-statutory mandates in the state. He used a quote of, quote, every vaccine mandate is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery. To be honest, I'm a bit speechless. I knew we were going to see an attack on public health with RFK Jr. and with this administration, but what has happened over the last couple months in less than a year has been astounding and has left me speechless. There are diseases like measles and polio and so many other things that physicians like me have only read about in textbooks. And the reason for that is because we've had this thing called a vaccine that has, quite frankly, been a miracle. If you told someone about where we would get to in the 40s or 50s, every state has had some type of mandate for kids to go to school, all 50 states, but all 50 states also have exemptions for valid reasons. And so once again, we are seeing this being politicized. Unfortunately, I think vaccines are headed down the quick road to be in the same category as climate change and gun control and so many other politically divisive issues. This is not a left versus right issue. This is something where we have hard numbers and hard facts, and we know what happens when vaccination rates fall. I'm in Texas. I know what I saw when measles rates increased, and I, for the first time, saw a handful of measles cases. And so we are headed down this path where this is probably going to increase, and it's going to start in Florida. And I'm afraid other states that are of the same kind of political makeup are going to take cue from this and follow this. And what we're going to see is an increase in rates of disease. There's going to be a drop in vaccination. There's going to be an increase in disease. And unfortunately, kids are going to suffer. They're going to end up in ERs and in ICUs and on ventilators. I'm not trying to scare folks here. That is exactly what's going to happen. We know that's what happens. And so things like the iron lung that we all saw in history textbooks, those things may become a reality again. And unfortunately, for those kids that do get sick, it's going to be too late. You know, I like to think of it from the perspective of a car, right? I love cars. I don't know anything about how they work. And so when I take it to a mechanic who is an expert, and they say you need an oil change, or you need a tire change, or you need this part fixed or that part fixed, I trust them and I do it. There's this attack on experts and science, and I don't know where it comes from. Were there missteps during COVID? Yes, but this started even before COVID, and this anti-vaxxer kind of line of thinking started even before that. And so that's probably something for someone who studies human interactions in the American political system and anthropologists to look at exactly why we ended up here. But I know that it's going to lead to death and the loss of life. And unfortunately, the thing is that no vaccine is 100%. And so even for those of us that, get vaccinated, for those that do vaccinate their kids, that herd immunity is going to drop. We saw that during COVID. We saw that with this recent measles outbreak in Texas. And even though you did all the right things, your kid may get sick because someone else chose not to vaccinate their kid. They didn't care about their kid's health, and it led to this cycle of outbreaks. Florida in particular, it's not going to be good. You've got Disney there, you've got amusement parks there, you've got a bunch of people coming in for vacation and traveling, and going below herd immunity anywhere is not good, but Florida in particular is not going to be good. So just wanted to chime in on this unfortunate day. It seems like somehow every single day we take a step back in public health, and we're on the fast track to the 1800s. I am going to be posting kind of more longer form content like this on this channel and continuing on social media. The goal is, there's a lack of good public health information out there. I'm going to try my best to put that out there myself. I'm going to try to highlight sources of things and places to follow. Because unfortunately, mainstream media, they still label RFK Jr. a vaccine skeptic. He is not a skeptic. He is an absolute denier conspiracy theorist. Full stop. And giving him the benefit of the doubt of saying skeptic, he has seen the data and science on all of this, and no amount of data is going to convince him or that whole cohort of folks that for some reason want to take vaccines away. So Thanks for tuning in. Dr. Droney. I'll see y'all next time.